Okay, welcome. Today I'd like to offer some reflections about if you're feeling busy or overwhelmed. And I want to just offer some reflections of what we can do if we're feeling like that. So, blessings. So the invitation is just to breathe. I'm using this with my clients quite a lot, this idea that we match our breathing to our mind state. So if you've got a busy mind, breathe quickly. And then gradually start to slow it down. And then you just keep going. So just keep breathing deeply as I continue offering some reflections here. So I am hearing from clients, I'm hearing from people on social media or different locations around the world of people feeling really overwhelmed and busy at the moment. In the UK, since lockdown ended, end of March, beginning of April, we've gradually got busier and busier and busier. And now, people just seem very stressed and overwhelmed. And I'm really hearing this from clients. And it's like, what can we do if we're feeling that? If we're really feeling overwhelmed? There's so much going on. Today, I just wanted to offer a few reflections. In my own work, you can hear a slug, not a slug, what am I saying, a frog. So yeah, part of me, I'm quite tired at the moment. I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but I'm busy with work. I've got a lot on. I'm trying to finish my book about boarding school. I've got my mother visiting at the moment. It's lovely to see her. And yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow as well, so she's come up for that. And it's like trying to juggle things. We've got scouts from Friday. We're going into the woods for an overnight and a day. So kind of trying to organize stuff. So I think it's really important to know when we start to get busier, and especially linking it into trauma. So a lot of the people who watch my videos have been to boarding school. And I find there are specific times when we get triggered. And if we're kind of feeling sick, or there's a real problem in our relationship or at work, or there's just a lot of things going on, then we can get triggered. This trauma can come up. So what I generally say to people, if you're noticing that everything's really busy, then it is, I liken it to this analogy. This came to me about 20 years ago. Stood by the top of the stairs. And when we're really stressed, it's like we're teetering on the top of the stairs. We feel really overwhelmed. We're just teetering there. And when we have that mindfulness to know, okay, I'm feeling stressed, we just take care and we step back. If we don't do that, what can happen is we can tumble down the stairs. We might say something, or someone says something to us, and we have a meltdown. So then it takes us a few weeks to climb back up the stairs. So what I suggest to people, if you're noticing you're feeling overwhelmed, is you just step back. And how we step back is in the evening. Rather than doing lots of things, it's like spending some time in nature, going to bed early, having a warm bath or a cold bath because it's very hot here in the UK. It might be meditating, having a day or the weekend where you just turn your phone off, you just read, you snooze, you listen to meditations. It's like you meditate. So it's like therefore you step back from the edge of the stairs, because this busyness that we've got at the moment, it will change. That's one of the key teachings in Buddhism about these anicca, dukkha, anatta. So anicca is impermanence. There's one constant in the universe, and that's change. So know that it's busy at the moment, but it's going to change. Things will get quieter. And if we can, really see that okay, I'm teetering on the edge. I just need to step back a bit. I'm in between client sessions at the moment, and I've just sat for 10 minutes, just listening to the birds, the bees. There's so much vibrancy and life in the garden this year. You can kind of see the cauliflowers up there. You've got the beautiful roses. They're just appearing down there. So it's like just giving myself that space, just to sit, to be, not to be going anywhere, to doing anything, but just sitting, listening, turning into that space of gratitude. And one of the ways, Emma Seppala talks about this in her book, The Happiness Track, who's Stanford University professor, saying that it's very difficult to talk our way out of stress, difficult to talk our way out of overwhelm, but you can breathe your way. And that lovely practice there, we breathe quickly. It's like and I don't know this because I've not done any scientific studies with the MRI, but my belief is that our brain waves are quite fast, and if we match our breathing with our brain waves, when we're high beta, because we're kind of busy mind, if we start to slow the breathing down, that enables the brain waves to slow down. That's why we feel calm. That's my belief. I'd love to do some experiments. If there's scientists out there, then yeah, I'd love to see that research. And we just breathe. Slowly in, slowly out, gradually getting slower. And we give ourselves that space, 10 minutes an hour, or 10 minutes every couple of hours, or 5 minutes or a minute. Just giving yourself that space, that just helps the rest of the time, the rest of the day. Another thing is just tapping. Those who've worked with me, it's like I use EFT a lot. And you just tap through the points. Yeah, feel overwhelmed. Feel busy. God, busy. This is how it feels. Come back to the physical sensations. Often when we're overwhelmed, busy, we get locked in the mind, in these high beta. So it's just allowing. God, yeah, I feel really busy. That's how it feels. Feel it in my belly. What is it? Oh, it's a yellow ball. It's like, feeling that yellow ball of stress in my belly. What's that sphere? So we just tap through. Another thing is just time out in nature. You're feeling overwhelmed and busy. I used to do this when I worked corporately for a Fortune 500 company, that every 2 hours I noticed my work colleagues were going out for cigarettes. So I said to my manager, can I go up for a break? And then she was like, yeah, of course. And so I just went out every 2 hours and I walked around the block, did some breathing, and that really helped me to ground, just to still. So that's the invitation. Get outside, have a regular break, take yourself away from the edge. And just notice those triggers. Notice them. It's like, feeling triggered. I'm kind of teetering on the edge of this stairs. It's like, step back, take a step back and go, I'm okay. Well, everything's okay now. So, just know that this will change. This will change, always does. But the problem is when the clouds are over our heads and dark clouds, we can't see out, and we believe that it's always going to be like this. And that's our practice, to keep reminding ourselves, no, this will pass. This too will pass. This busyness will pass, and I'll become, there'll be less to do. So hopefully this is of help, and yeah, any questions, please do let me know. So many blessings.